Hello, friends. Happy Sunday to us. So it's been a while I came on YouTube, and I would say it's been as a result of so much work, so much on my table to do. But I'm glad I am here once again, and today I want to talk to you about something very, very simple, very short. It's going to be a very short message for us all, especially the ladies, especially my beloved ladies. The truth of the matter is, yes, I know it is important that you get married. I know that right inside you're clamoring to get married. Right inside you desire to be married. Right inside you want to be married. But then, is that all it is to it? Is that all it is to it? Is that all that matters? If you get married, would all your problems be solved? If you get married, do you seriously believe that everything you seek in life will be granted to you? I don't think so, personally. Many have gone through stages in life where they thought that getting married is the answer to their prayers, only for them to get into it and then notice that it isn't what they felt it would be. They are out, they are tired, they are frustrated, they are regretting their actions. The ones who are smart enough have left. The ones who are not so smart, who feel, let us stay here because of what people would say about us, because of what people would think. Let's just stay, let's just dig it out anyhow we say it. One of two things happen to such people. It's either they live in perpetual anguish or they die in marriage prematurely. If it is not out of physical infliction of injuries, it will be as a result of emotional infliction of injuries. Whichever one of these things can kill you, whether it's emotional injury or physical injury, any of these things can kill a person. And then that will be the end. All those things, all those troubles you felt marriage would have helped you solve ended up killing you. So what do you do first? First of all, you have to prepare yourself. You have to prepare yourself in so many angles, in so many ways, in so many things. Financially, emotionally, psychologically. In fact, in all ramifications of life, you need to prepare yourself. You need to be comfortable in yourself. You need to be comfortable in yourself. You need to be at a stage where marriage doesn't in any way define you, or marriage doesn't in any way validate you as a person. Yes, I know that the Holy Scripture said, go into the world and multiply, but it didn't say you should be stupid during multiplication, or you should be in pain during multiplication. No. You have to be comfortable in multiplication. And this thing they even say, you can't multiply if you're not comfortable. If you're not prepared, you can't multiply. Many people go into marriage without preparing themselves, especially ladies. You feel there is no need for me to go and stress myself with looking for money and working and all. Once I marry a rich man, all my problems are over. You then marry the rich man. The rich man provides you with finance and then kills you emotionally. A friend of mine told me the other time that her own husband, requested for threesome with another lady. And then when she disagreed, he forced it on her. It was after the threesome, she got smart, her eyes opened. She started thinking about her life and this is what she actually wanted in the relationship. It was only then she decided to break it off. Many people just are in relationships or marriages just because they want to be there, because someone says you have to be married, because pressure is coming from the house, because pressure is coming from your peers, because you feel marriage validates you or solves your problems. It doesn't in any way. Marriage never solves your problems. The only thing marriage does is it helps. It's like an avenue to help you in solving your problems, not something that solves your problems in total. How does it help? Igbo people will say, right? So, because there is contribution between you and your man or between you and your woman, it now helps you to grow faster, to grow better, to become better. But then, there is no way there will be that contribution if you as a person don't have anything to bring. If the whole thing is coming from one side, from the man, for instance, there is no way he's going to regard you because in his mind he's providing all your needs. Even those ones who will tell you, I don't want you to work, I want you to be a housewife, don't bother, I don't want anybody disrespecting my wife, but inside the house he's disrespecting you. But he doesn't want you to work, he doesn't want you to answer sir to anybody, he doesn't want anybody disrespecting the wife and all those crap. And you believe it and you just sit put. They still end up disrespecting you. You say one thing and they'll be like, what is your problem? I'm the one who's providing for everything in this family. Will you shut up? How can you make decisions when I have not spoken? That is because you've given them that time, that chance, that allowance to do that to you. You have to prepare yourself before marriage. Marriage is not the end of your problems. Rather, it's even a beginning of a new problem. That is the truth. It's the beginning of a new problem. Okay, maybe let's not call it a problem. Let's call it circumstances. It's the beginning of a new circumstance. Circumstances surrounding marriage. You're thinking of the home, you're thinking of the kids, you're thinking of how to please your partner, you're thinking of the financial involvement, of catering for one or two, more than one person, and you're thinking of so many things, circumstances, there are issues abound, things to do in marriage. It's another stage of issues on its own. So don't feel for 1 second that marriage is going to help you to solve any problem. It won't. It's not going to help. It's not the end of your problems. Rather, it's a shift. It's another dimension of issues. So for you to be happy in it, you must be prepared for it. In all ramifications, finance, emotions, psychology, name it, anything you can think of. You have to be prepared. You have to be mature in all that. Maturity, very, very important. People tell you maturity is by age. Maturity is not by age. Not for a second. Maturity can never be by age. You must be mature in all things before you can comfortably have a family of your own. A family that depends on you for decisions. You don't understand what I'm trying to say. When you get married, you're no longer making decisions for you alone. You're making decisions for 1, 2, 3 or more human beings in your life. That is what it means to have a family of your own, to be in marriage, right? You're making decisions. People are depending on you to show them the way. Your husband is expecting that you make decisions for the betterment of the family. Your wife is expecting that you carry the family along, you be a leader, you show them the way, you show them the right path. Your kids are expecting that mommy and daddy shows them how best to live their lives, how best to become somebody. You're making decisions for not just you any longer. So why are you not going to be prepared for it before venturing into it? People will tell you, I'm coming from a poor background, I'm coming from a poor family. If I marry this guy now, he's going to help my family, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. I have seen people who went in with that kind of notion, and I know where they are currently. You feel that family is going to help you from your impoverished lifestyle or from your poor family or anything you feel. Then you enter into it and then it's shut off. I've seen men who tell their women, I don't ever want to see your mom or your dad in this house. You're now in bondage in your own house. No family member visits. Your mom can't call you in the presence of your husband. If your mom calls you in the presence of your husband, you put it off because you don't want problem. You don't want him shouting. You don't want him asking too many questions. You're now in bondage in your own house. Your parents can't visit. Your siblings can't visit. Nobody dares come close. You're now in your husband's house for eternity. Sometimes the smart ones, I usually tell people, they say marriage is for better, for worse, the death do us part and all that and all that. I tell people, yes, it is true. What God has joined together, no man should put asunder and all that, things they say. But then there are stages in life where you get to in marriage and you'll be like, if I continue to stay, I will die. It's either of physical injuries or emotional injuries. You will die. And people have died. And then when you die, that man or woman will go and marry another person and continue to live their life. If you feel once you die, they will no longer be living, it's a lie. If you die, you die. People who are living will continue to live. If care is not taken, you even live better than when you were alive. So why do you have to stay in something that is on the path of leading you to death because someone says for better, for worse, till death do you part? Or the Bible said it. Then because of that, you should die in it. No, that is not what the Bible is trying to tell you. Right? The Bible is trying to tell you that it's trying to put it in your head beforehand that marriage is not a bed of roses, right? Marriage is not a bed of roses. That is what the Bible is trying to tell you beforehand, so you know. The Bible is not telling you that you should die there. If your husband holds a knife to your throat and says, I want to cut off your throat, you say, because the Bible said, till death do us part, let me stay here. My husband, I see my neck, cut it off, because the Bible said, till death do us part. That doesn't work. That doesn't work in any way. So what am I saying today? For you to be comfortable, for you to become somebody, for you to be comfortable in your marriage, you need to be prepared before going into it. Don't go into it because you feel others are going, or because you feel your time has gotten late, or there is pressure from the house, from your parents, from relatives, from friends, and all what's not. And because of that, you just rush into it. Anyhow, they be. All these other guys, they mess me up since. Anyone what I see now, I will get pregnant from him, and then that will be it. And you say, see Chinedu my guy. Chinedu my guy, he don't born 2 children. Chinedu now is doing well. Boy, I will just enter this thing anyhow, make it just be anyhow, make I just enter out. You're not prepared, you don't know what it means to be in marriage. You just jump into it because Chinedu has given birth to 2 kids. And Chinedu, you feel is doing well. That doesn't in any way that doesn't in any way connote marriage. Marriage is not wedding. Wedding is different. You can have 1 million naira in your account today, or even 500,000 or 200,000, or even no nothing at all, and you just liaise with the people from your wife's side, and they say, okay, do this small thing, and then your wife is now yours, and you just get married, and you do the wedding, and that is that, and everybody goes home. It is after wedding comes marriage. Marriage doesn't come before wedding. It is after wedding comes marriage, right? Once that music stops, once everybody has retired back to their houses, it will now be you and your wife alone. You and your wife alone. Even if there is a family member who is staying with you. Even if there is a family member who is staying with you. You are the one who has gotten married, not your family member. So the both of you now have to work hand in glove to make it work. If night comes, it is just you and your wife or husband who sleeps on that bed. The other family member, even if it's a one-room apartment, will sleep on another bed, while you and your wife will sleep on one. It's to show you how these things are. Your wife is not going to go and sleep with your family member. Your wife is going to sleep with you on the same bed. That is to show you how personal this is. No matter how you feel everybody is included in it, it is a total lie. It is just you and your wife, or you and your husband. So why not be prepared before getting involved? You have to be prepared, my dear sister, my dear brother. Make up your mind today to say no to pressure. No to anybody who is trying to push you into marriage when you're not prepared yet. What is this preparation we're talking about? Spiritual preparation. You have to prepare spiritually. Not in marriage. It's not all the time that you go to Mr. Biggs, you go to clubs. There will be times when you need to kneel down and pray. Do you have a partner who can kneel down with you and pray? Or do you have a partner who will be in the parlor knocking bedu, and you're in the bedroom trying to call down the Holy Spirit? How does it work? It doesn't work. Or a partner who is on the bed lying down and dozing while you're somewhere trying to come up with a prayer request, and you're kneeling down and you're calling on God and all what's not. Spiritual preparation. You need to be prepared spiritually. Ask God for your own partner. Prepare yourself spiritually, and then you prepare yourself financially. You prepare yourself emotionally. You prepare yourself mentally. Prepare yourself in all ramifications, so that when you get involved, when you get into it, you will no longer be afraid. You will no longer be afraid. You would know that this thing you're doing, it's something that you're prepared for. Therefore, when issues start to come up in your relationship, in your marriage, because you're already prepared for it, you know how to sort them out. They won't overwhelm you. Even when they try, because you're spiritually prepared, when you've done your bid as a human to suppress any issue or to overcome any issue that comes to you in marriage, you still have that spiritual preparedness to kneel down and say, God, I have done my bid. Please help me. Because you're spiritually prepared for it. So what am I saying today? Do not get involved in marriage if you're not prepared. Thank you once more for listening. This is Nwachukwu Anthony Ikenna. I am your favorite love doctor, a relationship coach, and a marriage counselor. God bless you. Have a good evening.